It is mid-March 2013. I have just landed in Jakarta. Garuda is the national emblem, also the name of the Indonesian International Airlines. The other common symbol is this gargoyle called Kala, the Hindu time spirit. It is found paired with another creature, the Makara, which has the body of a fish and an elephant or a crocodile's head. Kala sits on entrance arches, the Makara at the end of staircase balustrades. I am in Java, one of the main islands of the Indonesian archipelago, which comprises 17,500 islands. I fly into Yogyakarta, locally called Jogja, the most visited tourist town of Indonesia. It is ruled by a sultan. The same dynasty has ruled for many years. Even when the Dutch colonized the country for 350 years, the sultan was given his share of power. For tourists, Yogyakarta is known for the Prambanan Hindu temple complex and the world's largest Buddhist temple, Borobudur. For locals, Yogyakarta is popular as a retirement community for its high elevation climate and fertile land. Indonesia has many earthquakes and volcanoes, such as Krakatoa. But not everything is bad about volcanoes. The ash it spews fertilizes the soil, making Indonesia predominantly agricultural. Another flourishing industry is the home industry of batik, basket weaving, and puppet making. Indonesia is a hot and humid country. There are two seasons, wet and dry. March signals the end of the rainy season. I am entering the Sultan's palace and am asked to remove my baseball cap. But men have more restrictions. I wonder why. Once inside, I get my answer when I see the tea ceremony. The traditional Javanese clothing for women has no shoulders. Both sexes wear the sarong waist down. The mythical Dwarapala is guarding the gate. Inside are statues of human guards where previously they were stationed. All over Yogyakarta, I saw birds in cages. These songbirds are trained and compete in the local fair. Leather puppet making is a popular trade. These flat puppets are used in the shadow puppet show called Wayang Kulit. The Sultan's palace has a troupe performing all the time. They recount stories from the Indian epics, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. The language is Javanese. Most people speak only Indonesian, which is a form of Malay. They have adopted the Roman script since it is much simpler to learn. The instrument they play is the gamelan, where metal is struck with a gong.
Biasane lakon apa mawon cerita napa niku mesti mengke kerengan niku. Mbah babakan keperangan aku ora ngerti sing baku meko lho dhisik. Oh nggih.
No music?
Ngampun Cidro Ngubaya Den. Kula tenggo wonten ing alun-alun
What story is this?
Menawi pas kumang iki cidrung
right now what-
lah dalah.
He's talking in Indonesian or Javanese?
Kulo niki mboten
Not everybody understands.
buta dosaning buta ngrampungi cukup. Sing baku meton jebule dhisik. Diwaji kados pundi? Kulo nyun pamit badhe madal paselan ngentosi pawartos saking
The Dutch influence is quite noticeable in the architecture and decorations of the palace. Here are some illustrations of the family tree of sultans. One of the most prolific had 20 wives and 72 children. The wave pattern of batik was reserved for royalty. Palanquins carried sultans during wedding and other ceremonies. I chance upon a Ganesha idol. My guide explains that the Islam of Indonesia is a syncretic religion. Islam came to the country with Middle Eastern traders in the 16th century and blended with the existing Hindu and Buddhist cultures. Right now, Hindus and Buddhists are 3 to 4% of the population, whereas Islam is 87%. The rest of the people are Christians and beliefic. Indonesia is a populous country, though the government has been able to control population by giving government employees aid for only 2 children. The first president, Sukarno, was one of the non-aligned movement founders. He declared independence immediately after the Second World War. At that time, the Japanese had taken over Indonesia from the Dutch and were ruling for 3 years. 20 years later, General Suharto deposed Sukarno in a coup. For the next 30 years, the economy expanded under the free market system, but there were communist purges and the people of East Timor were crushed. In 1998, Suharto resigned during the financial crisis. The next year, East Timor gained independence. In 2004, the first elections were held. 1 rupiah is such a small unit that it takes some getting used to the number of zeros in a currency note. I am driving from the Sultan's palace to his water castle. On the way, I see a hybrid scooter and some homely snack shops. The pecha is a rickshaw in reverse. The passengers are in front of the driver. Roadside stalls are selling tropical fruits. I see the snake fruit with scaly brown skin. The durian is the cousin of the jackfruit with a strong scent. The lychee family rambutan and the mangosteen are used in herbal medicine. Jackfruit and its seeds are cooked in many ways. Tempeh, a soybean protein, is a common meat substitute. Once the water castle extended over a large area. All the roads were waterways, and boats took the royal family from house to house. Now private citizens have built residences and tar roads connect them. The water castle is a tourist spot and a venue for wedding photography. There are 3 pools. The innermost was the private sanctuary of the Sultan. There is a spa with porcelain to hold the heat and a wooden platform. A stairway leads to a small tower. From here, the Sultan could look at the other pools and observe the palace damsels frolicking in them. He then threw down a flower at one of them. She would be his companion till he chose someone else. Now the tower walls have names of tourists scribbled all over.
Buffalo leather.
And this is to make that puppet.
Yes, become like this after.
So that like this.
And then you put color or no need to?
Color.
See,
After that
Oh,
coloring.
like this.
that's coloring. And after they keep it with the stick,
Yeah.
so can be move it after. Yeah.
Can you see in the rooms?
Yeah, yeah.
Complete.
Yeah.
What is this? What is this thing?
This tool. The tool to make
For crafting, yeah.
Oh,
one by one.
but it is made of horn?
Horns, yeah. That's from the buffalo horns. See? Like that, yeah.
Oh, it's very strong. That's why you use it.
Yes.
It's stronger than wood.
Yes, best quality.
Oh, best quality.
See, sometimes still even wood, sometimes already getting. That almost already 20 years old.
Oh. Oh.
Ancients.
Yes. Make it with the wax, hot wax, yeah? And with something like that.
Oh, she's taking wax.
Yes. The finish more coloring, yeah. And for the finish it, for the remove the wax, we must put on boiling water.
And color. Oh, when everything is over.
Yes, already finished
Okay.
coloring that.
Okay, okay.
The color, yeah, normally we start from the light color, maybe yellow, until the last is maybe black, yeah. You can see inside that the finish. So,
So one color needs long time. You see?
one by one.
What? It takes 1 month to make one
Oh,
dress?
once, yeah.
One and
One-
three.
1 month.
1 month?
Sometimes more, yeah. When more bigger, yeah, more longer,
Depends.
more time, yeah.
And she is an artist. She is a
Yes.
trained artist. Everyone can't do it, right?
Sometimes, not every people.
I can.
No, you can't.
Not every people can do it like that, yeah. So we have also in
Special.
Jogja here special school also.
Oh,
For
special
to make,
school,
yeah.
school learn
You
batik.
want to learn batik, learn puppets, yeah.